Hi there, everybody. It's Sheena here from Kapow, your super business coach. And this is one of my Supercharge Your Business Masterclasses. What I'm going to do over the next 10 or 15 minutes is just to talk to you a little bit about how you can supercharge your mailing list. Yep, you heard me right, mailing list. Mailing lists are not dead. In fact, they're an extremely effective way of keeping in touch with your existing customers and your potential customers. And the more ways you can encourage people to join your list, the easier and stronger that list becomes as a way to market your business. Because here's the thing, if you're not telling people about what you're doing and the new products or the new services that you are generating, how are they going to know? How are they going to know how they can buy your stuff? How are they going to know where your till is if you're not going to tell them? But in order to make sure that you're getting a mailing list that really works for you, you need to think about a few key things to engage with it, keep it fresh, keep it vibrant, and that's what I'm going to talk to you about now. First things first, have a think about how you react when you get a mailer, a newsletter, etc., from something that you've opted in. If it's coming to you every day, every week, every month, think first of all about the timing, the time scale. Does it annoy the living what's-it out of you because it's coming every day? Do you kind of go, oh, there they are again because it's only coming once a month? Think about how you react to when people mail you and what you like and what you don't like about those particular schedules. Start there, think about what you're comfortable with and how often you want to touch base with your client base and your mailing list. The second thing then is to keep it chatty and conversational. Please don't send mailers that are basically one great long buy my stuff post. Nobody wants to read that. It's just boring. So think about being chatty and conversational in your emails. And whilst you're doing that, also be really conscious about adding value. Once somebody's signed up for your mailing list, they'll have done that because they've been attracted to whatever it was that brought them in. You then need to keep that conversation going. You need to keep adding value. You need to keep pointing them in the direction that you want them to go. So keeping it chatty and conversational also means that they are getting your authentic voice. It's going to feel like they are sitting across the table from you. It's going to feel like they're on the other end of a telephone conversation with you. You need to make them feel like they're right there in the room with you having a chat, which is why the chatty and conversational approach can really work. So don't be over formal with your content. Think about what you want to say and then think about how you would say that if you were having a conversation face to face with somebody. If the thought of sitting and typing out an email or newsletter fills you with dread, then don't do that. Use all kinds of different tools that you can use to go ahead and dictate. If you use Microsoft 365, did you know you can dictate directly into Word? Yeah, you can. So go and have a look for that little option and see if that helps you out. Or you can use other products like Otter, for example, that will allow you to dictate straight into a web-based platform and then go ahead and be able to take that dictation and transfer it into content. How are you going to add value? Well, each time that you are going to mail your list, you need to give something back. You need to give them some advice. You need to give them some tips. You need to maybe share some content that you found really useful. You need to be able to point them in the direction of your great free content that you use for lead generation. That keep in touch marketing idea is also really, really helpful if you've got new items, new products, new services coming up, and you just want to drip feed into that, but keep it in people's minds until you're ready to launch it. So when you're thinking about adding value, think about how you can keep people engaged with wherever you keep your free stuff, how you can keep people engaged with your social media posts, for example. And that keep in touch marketing means that they are always aware about what's coming up next from you. It also allows you to share with them potentially where you are networking, where they can hear you speak. All of those kinds of things that keeps eyes on you and your business. So how do they opt in? How do you, work the magic? How do you get this, amazing group of people to come to your list and want to join it? Well, this is where landing pages come in. And this is where landing pages are your new best friend. Because each time that you want to share a new piece of content, a new piece of free advice, a new tip sheet, a new webinar, an ebook, a report, whatever it is that you've created that you can give away for free, what you want to make sure is that people are going to give you their contact information in exchange for getting that freebie. And that's what a landing page does. You can create landing pages in all kinds of mailer platforms, MailChimp, MailerLite, or just 2 of those. And if you have absolutely no idea what I'm talking about, then I will also point you in the direction of the wonderful Amanda Ralston at Dragon Virtual Assistants, as she is a flaming good marketing support expert, so you should speak to her. So first of all, think about what you've got. What free content have you got? If you haven't got any, then the first thing to think about is what questions do people ask you the most when they talk to you about your business and how it can help them? That's normally the really good point for either a tip sheet or a frequently asked question sheet. Make that first. If you're not really bothered about creating hard content that people can download as PDF, think about creating short videos that's going to help them, maybe tips around your business, your niche, your industry. Whatever it is, make a list of them and think about how you can space that out through the year. Think about maybe keeping them all in one place. I use MemberVault, for example, to do that, which makes it really easy when new people are going to look at my downloadables that they can see them all in the same place. So think about what you've got. Think about creating a landing page. Then what you need to do is to think about how you use that landing page. That needs to be the first place you point people whenever you're networking with them, wherever you're having a conversation with them, following up with them, wherever they're inquiring about how you can work with them. You need to send them to somewhere that they can sign up for your list. A pop-up on your website might be. But what's important is what the next step is, because there's nothing worse than thinking, yep, I'll opt into that. And then it seems like 4, 5, 7, 8 hours of clicking until you can actually get to the content. They need to be able to get to that free content as soon as they've given you your email address. So just 2 steps. The landing page and then your thank you page needs to send them directly where they want to go. And then they're in your marketing stream. And then you can start to conversational market with them. You can start to nurture that list. You can start to think about the content that you're going to use and repurpose. And you can start to think about how you're going to continue to add value, continue to tell them how you can work with them and help them do whatever it is you do for their business. So the first steps in supercharging your list: keep it chatty and conversational. Keep thinking about adding value. How can you give back to the people who've joined your list? Keep in touch marketing is a really great way to keep that list engaged with what you've got to offer. How do they opt in? Think about what free content you can create and share through a landing page that gets them on that mailing list and makes the magic start to happen. And then nurture that list. Think about how often you like being kept in touch with. Think about the things that you engage with. Start to bring more of that into how you market your business through email to your list. And the magic will start to happen. Next time I'll be talking to you about how to repurpose your content and how you can take some of that content, generate freebies from it, generate lead generators from it, but also how you can make sure that that content works really, really hard. So join me next time for another Supercharge Your Business Masterclass.